in at the 3 slot. And for the Bulls, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Junior's out there with Levine, and it's Williams at the small forward. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great.
Conley's shot is off. And it's Williams with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better scores some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. There's the lob to Markkanen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you can see the floor awareness there. Junior more than capable of spotting the open teammate.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Wizards head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, they lost the first game against this team, but the coach said he's not worried. Thinks they just have to rely on their offense a little more. He told me, look, the first time didn't go the way we would like, but I still think we can score against these guys. We have to keep the ball moving, and then we have to finish strong. They're trying to even up the season series at 1, Kevin. We'll see how they do. Back to you.
All right, David, we'll see if their strategy will pay off. Greg, centering their efforts now on generating points.
Yeah, and I can understand what they're trying to do here. Come out of the gates with some heat.
And it forces your opponent's best scorers to expend energy at the defensive end. Makes the strategy a win-win.
Junior, and he converts the layup.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Hachimura against Williams. To halt the run, the play by Hachimura as he finishes it off with a 2.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And it's good for 2.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Beal. Out to Conley. A 3-ball. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And Mike Conley can do this now. He can play off the ball and punish the defense for giving him space.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Levine. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Troy Brown comes in for Avdia. Rozier, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Smith subbed in for Mike Conley.
And where is the defense? Junior just knifing his way to the hoop like there's no one else out there.
Now here is Smith. He's covered closely. Passes it to Rozier. Now here's Wagner. The 3. Porter pulls it in. Junior with it, working on Smith. Good work there as it goes.
Look at Kobe White attack and adjusting to contact. Beautiful play.
Smith the pass to Wagner. Rozier with the ball. Smith inside, and that one drops for him.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
The Bulls leading by 7. Junior. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And not backing down from the physical defense. Junior embraces taking on these challenges.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of this game. Free throw good, Junior. So for the Bulls, Valentine's checked in for Young. And Sakuragi subbed in for Kobe White. And a switcher also for Washington. Neto's checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
The kick out to Brown. And the pass to Hachimura. To the paint. Up top, Brown. 5 to shoot. Rozier for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Junior missing.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And stolen by Junior. One-on-one fast break. Fires from 18. Valentine's shot good. And here is Rozier. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Junior's out there with Sakuragi. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Porter. And it's Gafford in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Fader on the way. That one off the back iron and out.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Denzel Valentine in the last outing against the Celtics made some big plays. He ended up with 8 points and drained a few from downtown. He was difficult to contain in that one, and his performance off the bench was impactful. Let's see if he can do that again tonight. Kevin?
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
And I'm sure Coach is hoping for that as well, but every night's different. Who knows, maybe someone else will have to step up this time.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
I love Junior's willingness to take advantage of the open floor. That's how you finish on the fast break.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Markkanen comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Williams, he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Sakuragi. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Avdia comes in for Hachimura. Bradley Beal's checked in for Brown. And it's Conley in for Raul Neto. Rozier with the steal. Beal with it. Now defended by LaVine. Chicago leading by 14. Pass to Junior. Back to LaVine. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They double team Conley. Here's Rozier. And again, Washington no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Now here's Junior. He's covered by Beal. Junior kicks to Williams. Drills has the three-pointer.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters.
So it's Wendell Carter making highlights, guys, for Chicago. It's time now to go courtside as we send you. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Wendell Carter in this one.
I guess you could say his performance transcends the stat sheet.
Well, there are guys who worry about their numbers. He is not one of those guys, believe me.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Conley out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the three spot. Williams with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And Junior throws it down.
It's so tough to keep up with Junior offensively, mainly because of his advanced feel for the game.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Wizards. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. There's Beal with the three, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Levine. Bulls moving the ball around. Junior the pass to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Versatile and polished offensively. What a night for Wendell Carter Jr.
Outside Conley. Pass to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Beal. Conley the pass to Avdia. The pass to Rozier. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Rozier's got 5 points so far.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Here's Junior. For three, Levine. Chicago with a new 14. Good. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Down low, here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Here's Junior. Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
Statement finish. Junior put a little extra on that move, trying to get into the other team's head.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Chicago making some changes. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And it's Smith penetrating. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Junior with the ball. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
And there it's all about getting inside positioning. As soon as Junior has it, he goes for the jam.
Pass to Smith. Pass to Avdia for the three. The Wizards with another miss.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it. He's really cooking right now. He's having a phenomenal half.
Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Conley. Sweet little floater.
Smooth off the fingertips. Mike Conley floating it in beautifully.
Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Junior, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Passes to Beal. Launches a three. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Conley, the pass to Wagner. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And Junior throws it down.
Balanced, shifty. Junior able to create off the bounce to get to the shot he wants.
Washington's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside, Beal to the middle. Here's Avdia. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. Avdia's got 4 this quarter.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Junior. Conley grabs the miss. Wizards have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Avdia.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Beal.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Now, here's Avdia. Guarded closely. Smith for 3. Markkanen pulls it in. Now, here's Junior. Covered by Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And, you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Daniel Gafford comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Satoransky. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 6 to shoot.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there. Check mark. The physicality. Check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks.